Before we start, if nobody has ever told you what I'm about to tell you, hit subscribe right now, because this video could literally save your retirement. Let's go. Picture this. It's a Tuesday afternoon. Nothing special. You're in your favorite chair. Coffee's still warm. The house is quiet. You open your laptop, maybe to check the weather, maybe to peek at some photos your grandkid just sent. Just a normal, peaceful moment. You click a link, and your world explodes. The screen turns a blinding, violent red. A siren starts screaming from your speakers. Beep, beep, beep. Giant white letters fill the screen. Warning: your computer is infected. Your bank account is being accessed by foreign hackers right now. Do not turn off your machine. Call Microsoft Security immediately. Your stomach drops. Your hands shake. You think about everything you worked for. The savings, the house, the kids' inheritance. You think, is it all vanishing right this second? And you do what any terrified, rational human being would do. You grab the phone. You call the number. A calm, professional voice picks up. Hello, this is Microsoft Security. My name is David. I can already see the unauthorized access in your system. Please don't panic. I'm here to help you. You exhale. Thank God. A hero. Except here's what nobody ever told you. David is not from Microsoft. David is not from your bank. David is not a hero. David is the thief. And the moment you picked up that phone, you didn't stop the robbery. You opened the front door, shook his hand, and led him straight to the safe. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how this works, step by step, so that you or someone you love never, ever falls for this again. This is one of the most important things I will ever explain on this channel. My name is your guide. This is the Wealth Fortress. Let's begin. Let me give you a mental image that will stick with you for life. Imagine your bank account is a massive stone fortress. The walls are 60 feet thick. Military-grade steel gates. 1,000 armed guards. The encryption protecting your online bank account is genuinely that strong. Some of the best engineers on the planet built those walls. The criminals know this. They've tried battering rams. They've tried ladders. They've tried everything. The walls don't break. So one day, a very smart and very evil criminal sat down and asked a different question. What if we don't attack the fortress? What if we just trick the gatekeeper into opening the gate for us? That idea has a name. It's called social engineering. And it works by hacking not your computer, but your brain. Here's the brain science in 30 seconds. When you experience sudden, extreme fear, like a red screen with a screaming alarm, your rational mind literally switches off. It's not a figure of speech. The part of your brain that thinks logically, the prefrontal cortex, goes quiet. Your ancient, primal brain takes over. Fight or flee. Panic. Find safety. They don't need to hack a computer. They need to make you scared enough to hand them the password yourself. And here's the kicker. The thing that should make you furious. That red screen? That screaming alarm? That terrifying warning about hackers stealing your money? It is 100% completely fake. There is no virus. Your bank account has zero unauthorized activity. Nothing is being stolen. The scammers didn't touch your computer at all. What they did was load a scary web page, programmed to lock your browser in full-screen mode and loop an alarm sound file. That's it. That's the entire trick. I call it the ghost on the screen. And here is the most important thing to understand about the ghost. The ghost cannot hurt you. The ghost cannot steal your money. The ghost has exactly one weapon: terror. It just needs you to pick up that phone. Let me show you what happens if you do. When you dial that number on the red screen, you think you're calling a corporate office in Silicon Valley. Clean lobby, security badges, rows of IT specialists in polo shirts. You're not. You're calling a room, sometimes thousands of miles away, packed with hundreds of people in cubicles wearing headsets. They're working in shifts. They have scripts. They have managers walking the floor, listening, coaching. It looks less like a tech company and more like a factory. A factory for stealing money from good people. David has answered this same call 50 times today. He's trained. He's smooth. He calls you sir. He sounds concerned. He sounds like exactly the kind of calm, capable expert you need right now. He'll say something like, I can see the hackers in your system right now. They're attempting to access your retirement accounts. The only way I can stop them permanently is if I build a secure firewall directly on your machine. I'll need to connect remotely for about 10 minutes. Then he'll guide you to a website. He'll ask you to download a small program, something with a legitimate sounding name. AnyDesk, TeamViewer, UltraViewer. Stop right here. Because this is the moment everything changes. Those programs are real tools. Legitimate IT professionals use them every day to help people with computer problems remotely. But in this context, in the hands of a scammer, they are the Trojan horse. The second you read David that 9-digit access code, you have handed him the keys to your entire digital life. Your mouse starts moving on its own. Your files open. And a stranger on the other side of the world is now sitting inside your castle. Now that he has control of your machine, David becomes a theater director. He opens black windows with green text scrolling down. Command lines. Scary-looking code. It looks like every hacker movie you've ever seen. He types meaningless commands, just to make the performance convincing. Look at all these corrupted files. The hackers are deep in your system. We need to act on your bank account immediately. He asks you to log into your online banking. He tells you it's to verify your funds are still safe. And because you trust him, because he has spent 20 minutes carefully building your trust, you type in your password. Your bank account is now open on his screen. Here's where the final magic trick happens. He says, "I'm going to run a deep security scan now." Your screen will go dark for a few minutes. Don't touch anything. If you interrupt the process, we could lose the data. Your screen goes completely black. You sit there holding your breath, completely in the dark. You wait, you pray. David isn't running a scan. He used the remote software to switch off your monitor. While you stare at a blank screen, he is moving your money. He's transferring balances. He's wiring funds to accounts connected to cryptocurrency exchanges, accounts that are untraceable and instant. He's emptying the vault while you sit in the dark and wait patiently for him to finish. When the screen comes back on, David tells you the hackers have been defeated. He thanks you for your patience. He wishes you a nice evening. He hangs up. You don't see the missing money until you check your account hours later. Sometimes the next morning. By then, the ghost has completely vanished. 40 years of work. One phone call. Gone. Okay, I can hear you thinking. But I would never fall for a screaming red alarm. I'm smarter than that. The scammers know you might think that. So they built a second trap. And this one is far more sinister, because it doesn't attack your fear. It attacks your kindness. One morning, an email lands in your inbox. It looks legitimate. The right logos, the right colors, a proper email layout. It says, "Thank you for your recent purchase. We have successfully charged your account $899 for a new laptop." Or, "Your subscription has been renewed for $500. You never ordered any laptop. You never renewed anything." Your heart jumps. At the bottom of the email, in red, "If you didn't authorize this, call our fraud department immediately." You call. The boiler room picks up. Same David, same smooth voice, same script. He apologizes. He processes your refund. He asks you to download the remote tool just to send the money directly to your bank account. In comes the Trojan horse again. You log in. David makes a mistake. He asks you to type the refund amount, $500, into a form. While you're typing, he distracts you. He adds 2 zeros. Suddenly the form shows $50,000. Then he uses simple web developer tools, a built-in feature of every browser, available to anyone, to temporarily change the numbers displayed on your bank's webpage. Your balance jumps by $50,000, but it is a visual illusion. The money is not there. And then, this is the part that would get him an Oscar. David starts to panic. "Oh God, oh no, sir, I made a terrible mistake. I sent you $50,000 of company money by accident. My manager is going to fire me. I have a new baby at home. My family, please, sir, I am begging you, just send the extra money back to my account right now. I'll lose everything." He cries. He hyperventilates. He begs. And because you are a good person, because you have spent your whole life working hard, being fair, treating people with dignity, your heart breaks for this young man. You rush to the store. You buy gift cards. You wire the money. You feel like you did the right thing. They didn't just steal your money. They used your best qualities, your compassion, your decency, as the weapon to do it. Let that sink in for a second. Because you deserve to feel angry about it. Really, truly angry. Stay angry, but let's do something useful with it. Because in the Wealth Fortress, we don't just name the monster. We hand you the sword. The beautiful thing about defending yourself against this scam is that you don't need to be a tech expert. You don't need antivirus software. You don't need to know a single thing about computers. You just need one rule. One rule so simple you can teach it to anyone in 60 seconds. I call it the 3-second rule. And it goes like this. Never, under any circumstances, call a phone number that appeared on your computer screen or arrived in an unexpected email. That's the whole rule. Write it on a sticky note. Put it next to your computer right now. Tell it to your family at dinner tonight. Here's why it works. Legitimate companies, Microsoft, Apple, your bank, Amazon, they do not put a phone number on a red flashing screen and tell you to call. That is not how any technology company works. Period. Full stop. If you see it, it is a trap, every single time. So what do you actually do when the ghost appears? You take a slow breath. You smile, because you now know the trick. And then you reach out your hand and push the power button on your computer. Hold it for 5 seconds until the machine goes completely dead. That's it. You win. When you power it back on, the ghost is gone. The scary webpage is closed. Your fortress is completely intact. What about the scary email? Same rule. Do not click any link. Do not call the number in the email. If you're genuinely worried a charge hit your account, do this. Go to your wallet, take out your physical bank card, flip it over, call the number printed on the back of the plastic. Your actual bank will check your account and tell you, almost certainly, sir, there's no charge here. Your account is perfectly safe. And the absolute iron law, the one you must burn into your memory. Never let a stranger on the phone take remote control of your computer. If anyone asks you to download software so they can help you or process a refund, hang up immediately. No explanation needed, no politeness required. Just hang up. The internet gave us something extraordinary, the ability to learn, to connect, to build wealth in ways our grandparents couldn't have imagined. But inside that gift is a dark forest. And in that dark forest, there are people, real people sitting in rooms right now at this very moment, who have decided that because you built your savings slowly, because you might not have grown up with a smartphone in your hand, you are an easy target. They assume you'll panic. They're counting on it. You know the ghost now. You cannot be surprised by what you can see coming. The 3-second rule is your armor. A dead power button is your sword. And the knowledge you just absorbed in this video? That knowledge doesn't melt. It doesn't inflate away. It lives in you now, permanently. And it is worth more than any alarm system money can buy. Now, here's what I need you to do right now, before you click away. Think about one person in your life who doesn't know any of this yet. Maybe a parent, a neighbor, an older friend who lives alone. Someone who still has their life savings sitting in an account they access from a computer. Someone who is kind and trusting, which means someone who is currently vulnerable. Send them this video. Right now. Before you forget. One share. That's all it takes. You might be the reason they don't get the call that changes their life. If you haven't subscribed yet, this is the moment. Hit the subscribe button. Turn on the bell. Because the next video we're releasing goes even deeper into the tactics used to separate ordinary people from their savings, and you cannot afford to miss it. Drop a comment below. Just type, "The gate is closed." That's how I'll know you're in the fortress. My name is your guide. The walls hold. And we keep building, together.